Rule number 2, social fabric. This next year, it is going to be very important to take care of your surroundings, of the places you go to, and the people that you surround yourself by. They're going to be key, bro.
Yeah.
If I put 2 patients in one room or in one car, bro, and I put them there, they're both here for detoxification or for addiction or whatever, bro. That has to do with substances. And I put them in the same space, bro. Where does the conversation automatically go to?
Straight to drugs.
That's the first thing you start talking about, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, what's your name? Yeah, this is my name. And where are you from? Oh, yeah, and what you here for? This and this. Oh, yeah, and I remember I used to, and I got this, and I tried that, and that's the whole conversation goes straight into that, bro.
Yeah.
If you think about it, in a regular, normal, let's say...
Meet someone at church.
Yeah, let's say dinner. You get together with your family at dinner. No detox, rehab, none of that stuff has ever been in your life. What are the conversations normally about, bro?
Yeah. How was work? How was school?
How are your kids? How's this? And what your projects are about, and how you feel, and what you think, and politics, and whatnot, right? The normal conversation isn't about, going down to the street to find this, and I knew this guy at this other rehab, and I took this, and I overdosed, and that's not normal. Right? It's a certain sickness to a certain point.
Sure. Yeah.
Sure. I want you to try to surround yourself with people who talk about what we just mentioned. Talk about life, talk about work, talk about kids, responsibilities, so that you can slowly turn that into your topics.
Right.
And those other topics don't become so easily brought up in your head when you come to somebody, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of also part of overcoming, for example, even trauma, bro.
I think I've already been working on that, because I haven't been, like, everybody I've been telling that I'm here, I've been telling them I'm here to fix my trauma, not to stop doing drugs.
Yes.
So.
Yes, correct. Trying to switch it up, basically, right?
Yeah.
And that's the same thing with places. Same thing. There's this patient I treated for alcohol. That was his substance of choice. And I had another patient here for opiates. But she was a bartender. She had no problem with alcohol whatsoever, but that's what she worked at. And she'd been working as a bartender for like 10 years or so. So she had a fixed job that she needed to go back to. And when I talked to her, alcohol wasn't really ever an issue, and she could bartend without feeling triggered to use opiates or anything like that, right? And the other patient says, well, when I get back, I don't really have a place to go to because he had some severe changes going on in his life. And I asked him, and he asked me like, hey, so I'm going to hang out with her when I'm done with the program. You think it'd be good for me, like, I'm not going to be drinking, but like to hang out with her at her job site, like at the bar? I'm like, bro, she's not for alcohol, bro. She's coming off of opiates. And according to her, alcohol wasn't the issue. But with you, it actually is.
And you're going into the devil's den.
I don't think going to a bar is the best idea.
Yeah.
Right? I don't think that's the right place for you to go.
Right.
So places, when you're done here, man, you have to be very conscious of where you're going, right? You have to be very, very responsible of where you're placing yourself at. Eventually, thanks to the neurological process that you're going to create, thanks to Ibogaine, eventually you will be able to freely end up going to a place that could trigger you back in the day that won't trigger you anymore.
Yeah.
I have patients now in the day that can literally go and pick up another patient from the street where you can find everything, and they don't feel triggered anymore because they've already reached that point.
I felt that before.
Right? You will eventually get there. But this next year, you have to kind of practice that discipline, bro, to not put yourself in that situation.
Right.
Right?
I get it.
Rule number 3, being honest with yourself.
That's not hard for me.
When you're in active addiction, I like to say that there's a part of your conscious and subconscious, bro, that's kind of numb.
Right.
Denial.
Well, I mean, all the racing thoughts I'm going through here are telling me exactly that. It's like I'd do anything for a cigarette, or I would pay anybody to come drop something off right now, or whatever. I want to leave, or I want to do the medicine faster, or, rationalizing.
Yeah.
Your brain lies to you, for sure.
Yeah, and then you remember the movie Pinocchio,
Yeah.
right? You know how that little Jiminy Cricket on his shoulder and kind of tells him, hey, don't do this, don't go there, you're going to get in trouble, this is going to happen to you, right?
Yeah.
That's that voice we all have, bro, that kind of warns you to not do this, that actually has the power to stop you to do things. When you're in active addiction, bro, that voice is very numb.
Yeah.
It's not going to stop you for shit.
It's non-existent.
The only way it communicates with you is through shame and guilt once it's already done.
Yeah.
And you already did it again. And then you're like, fuck, man, I can't keep doing this. But you already did it again. And there goes the shame and the guilt again.
Yeah.
That's the only way it can communicate with you when you're in active addiction. Ibogaine, when you do Ibogaine, bro, that voice is going to become very loud and clear again.
Good.
Relapse after Ibogaine is very uncomfortable, literally because of that. Because that voice is no longer numb. It's going to be messing with you, bro. Relapse after Ibogaine is having this nagging voice telling you, you need to stop. You need to stop. Very loud and clear, bro.
Yeah.
So, when you're done with this, bro, you need to practice being honest with that voice, that inner voice that warns you from hurting yourself, to be really honest with it. Because one of the very common mistakes is fooling ourselves too. Maybe once, I can do it once and be okay.
Right.
Right? Or I deserve this, one fix, I'll be all right.
Yeah.
I'll be fine if I go to this place with this person that I know probably using and probably going to get me in trouble, or probably going to end up triggering me. And we try to fool ourselves into that situation.
Yeah.
That voice is going to be so loud and clear, bro, that you need to learn to listen to it again. It's not going to be numb anymore.
Yeah.
So being honest with yourself is key when you come out of this process. And if you practice being honest with yourself, eventually it'll become a lot easier to walk away from your triggers, to walk away from temptation, etc.
Right.
That voice, it's going to get power again, bro. And in combination with that voice, you also got your power of decision back again after Ibogaine.
Yeah, well, that's the nice part.
Because I like to say that when you're in active addiction, you're basically running on automatic mode. You're on autopilot, bro. You're not really in power. You might think, yeah, I took the decision. That's not true, bro.
You're basically a runaway train. Just
So since you're going to have the power of decision again, you're going to have that voice really loud in your head. You're going to have to practice. You're going to have to practice using it to your advantage again, right? So that's basically what that rule basically covers.
That's big.
Rule number 4, don't be a hero.
That's hard for me to do.
Very common factor, bro, of patients that I've seen fail coming out of here is thinking they're already at the point where they can go meet up with somebody that's using and try to save them. Either the girlfriend or the friend, a really close friend, or even like childhood friend that they love and care about, and they think that they're at that point to go fix them. I got the power to go fix this person, bring them over or whatever treatment for. I like to say, bro, that sobriety, to a certain extent, is a selfish thing.
Sure.
You come first, you come second, and you come last.
That's hard.
Bro, why aren't you hanging out with me no more, man? Because you come first. I can't fucking relapse. I can't keep doing this to myself. I can't keep doing this to my family. I'm sorry, bro. We're going to have to put some distance between us for a moment now. And you know what's crazy? That it's actually not selfish. It's actually pretty selfless, because if you do right,
You show them the right way.
I have had so many patients come here, not because another patient went home and preached, or try to help others, bro. I've had so many patients come here just because that patient went home and was doing well.
That's the best word of mouth, right?
Jonathan, that's one.
Yeah.
He came here because of a girl that came out of the treatment like 3-4 years ago. Doesn't even know her, bro. Just because I think it's his boss knows a friend that knows the mother of this person.
Damn.
And that recommendation passed on till Jonathan got here, bro.
Yeah.
It's just because she's doing well. So you want to be a hero? Then do it the right way. You take care of yourself.
Right.
And like it or not, man, you can't really help much if you're not doing good,
Yeah.
right? You can only help to a certain extent. You can only give as much love if you're really loving. If you're not loving yourself, there's only so much love you can give out,
True.
etc., bro.
That's
Well, and it's all energy.
something that you said
You know,
earlier.
it's all energy. I mean, because I'm looking like the last 5 months, like our business is just like crashing, you know. Of course, I'm like, the more it crashes, the more I'm trying to hold on.
That was rule number 1, dude. The substances, it fucks with that energy, that
Well,
positive.
Of course, and you look what I do.
Positive energy comes back twofold. Negative energy comes back threefold.
Of course, you know.
And that's just the way it is.
I'm in shame, I'm in judgment, I'm in worry, I'm in constant panic, I'm in fear about finances, and that's what I'm manifesting.
But
More of that.
still, even so, in my addiction, I never let it change my outlook on life. I always was a nice person. I always was an empath. And that's why this Don't Be a Hero is going to be a mission for me because
Yeah.
of that right there.
Yeah. But yeah, in regards to this rule, bro, I mean, it's you got to take care of yourself, man. There's so much healing. There's so much healing that happens around you, bro, not just within you.
Right.
That happens around you when you walk this path after this process, man. Like
Yeah.
I've seen parents call me a year or two later, bro, just telling me that their son is doing great, kind of giving us that reassurance. And and you can hear in their voice this like sense of peace, bro, they haven't had in a while.
Sure.
Of not having to worry about their son relapsing or dying, or where's he at right now, or he's on the street, or he got in trouble, or et cetera, right?
Yeah.
Patients who called me and told me, you know what, man, like this is the first Christmas I spent with my parents in over like 5-6 years. Because their parents didn't want them around in Christmas because it was always like a major trigger, ended up in jail, kind of ruining the Christmas
Right.
for everybody, etc. And being able to like go back home and be able to have that social gathering with your family and them seeing that you're stable and good, bro, brings so much healing to them also, right? Not just you.
Especially with kids.
So the hero rule, man, is basically take care of you. Do right, be healthy, stay disciplined, make the important changes, etc. through the list that we're gonna go through, and you'll help others, bro.
Yeah.
Right?
That's important.
Rule number 5, don't stay idle. That's where structure comes in, right? And when I say structure, it's not just a schedule of things to do. When I say structure, is just an example. Structure is, okay, on the day-to-day basis, from this hour to this hour, I'm supposed to be doing this. From this hour to this hour, I'm supposed to be doing that. And this includes the beginning of your day. One thing that usually drops off in active addiction is self-care.
Yeah.
In the morning, I need to get up and I need to fucking groom, bro. Like that's something that we all forget when you're in an active addiction, bro, you tend to not take care of yourself no more.
Yeah.
That means you don't brush your teeth, you don't comb your hair, women, they don't use makeup, or if they like using makeup, they don't dress well. It's like we don't even make our beds. It's just everything is out. I'm just getting up, dragging my legs, and just moving on to whatever.
Right.
You need to create a schedule, bro, a structure where, you know what, from this hour to this hour, it's going to be my hours of like kind of getting ready for the day. And then from there, if it's work hours, then I'm supposed to be at work from this hour to this hour, right? Kicking ass to bring money to my home, this and that. And then somewhere in that schedule, bro, it is important. It is important. It is key to fit in physical activity.
Yeah.
You need those 30 minutes, 40 minutes, an hour of some good workout, bro. It is something that I've seen in each one of these patients that are doing great, is that they fit it somewhere in there.
Yeah.
And then it is part of structure is having a good sleeping habit also.
Sure.
I'm supposed to be in bed, TV off, cell phone aside, and put away at, let's say, 10, 11 p.m. You need to make that into a complete disciplined habit.
Yeah.
Because just plain and simple logic, bro. If you don't set up, first of all, if you don't set up that busy schedule during the day, you're not tired, you're not gonna be able to sleep. Monday to Saturday, I'm gonna kick ass, and that includes eating healthy, that includes doing exercise, that includes staying busy, that includes working on projects, anything that has to do with development, I'm staying busy and working, right? And getting my good hours of sleep. But then you need what I call the disconnect. You need a Saturday or Sunday, bro, where you disconnect. That means set aside my phone, no business calls for a moment, bro. You need to set that aside. And you know what? I'm gonna focus on me today, or I'm gonna focus on the family today. A family night out, go watch a movie, spend some time on the beach, or go camp for a little bit, or go to the park, or go something that gets you away from just thinking about bills and responsibilities and finance and work. And for a moment, bro, you need to also enjoy life.
Yeah.
Right? If you do this and you continue practicing this and repeat it over and over, bro, and that even includes the diet, bro.
Yeah.
Like, let's say Monday to Saturday, I eat super healthy, super lean, and like drink a lot of water, this and that. Maybe on a Saturday, Sunday, we'll have some kind of fast food or something that's not healthy, and like drink some soda or something sweet, this and that, right? Kind of like some cheat meal. And then Monday to Friday, go at it again. Eventually, this becomes a complete discipline, man.
Yeah.
And then, very important, this is where Ibogaine comes in. Ibogaine is known to cause neuroplasticity. That means you're gonna have a bunch of new slots in your brain when you're done here. These pathways just basically waiting for you to fill them up. If you go home from here and you don't fall into a structure or start practicing discipline and repeating it, bro, they're just gonna go away because you never put them to use. When these neurological pathways become available to you and you come out of this program and you start practicing this, Monday to Friday, doing this, resting this day, making sure the schedule and this and that, you're putting to use those new pathways, and then you repeat them so much that they eventually become those old pathways.
Right.
And the old ones that had you in addictive behavior can literally, slowly, in due time, actually fade away.
Yeah.
That's the difference between doing just normal rehab to doing Ibogaine.
I mean, it's the same thing that the body, you're not using one part of your body, it's going to atrophy.
Oh yeah.
So same thing
Pretty
with the brain.
much. With those neuroplasticity that you got coming from the Ibogaine, bro, you need to put it to use.
Yes,
And
sir.
repeat and repeat. So it is super important to not go home. I've had patients who tell me, well, what if I go home and take a month off before I like, I'm like, bro, you need to put to use what Ibogaine is going to give you.
Yeah.
You need to put it to use. Don't let it go to waste.
Right.
Right?
That makes sense.
Rule number 6, and I guess one of the most obvious rules, is make change. If I ask you what your day-to-day kind of looked like before coming here, you'd probably be able to sketch it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, like what time I got up, what time I slept, the hours that I usually use, and where did I go to get it, and like what your day-to-day kind of looked like, what your week looked like, what your month looked like. You'd probably be able to sketch it out, right?
Yeah.
One of the main, like, most logical things of coming out of this is change. When you come out of a 60-day, 90-day program, bro, but your brain chemistry is still messed up, it's still not there, it's understandable that you're not able to create these changes.
Right.
Right? Your dopamine isn't running the way it's supposed to. you going to the gym, eating healthy, staying around healthy people, practicing discipline is kind of hard, and it's possible, but it's going to be really hard.
You have to be really motivated.
One of the advantages you're going to have with this is that you're actually going to be able to a lot more easier be able to do so after Ibogaine, bro.
Yeah, that's great.
One of your responsibilities of coming out of this program is to actually put that to use.
Yeah.
And take advantage of that drive that you're going to have coming out of this, bro. Because you will have this drive. As you can see, we're already working out.
Yeah.
You're already eating healthy. You're already starting to look better, starting to feel better, slowly.
Already starting to think better.
Right?
I'm listening to those bad thoughts and telling them no already.
Yeah, so you need to take advantage of that momentum.
Yeah.
When you're done with this. And right now, it might be kind of hard to conceive that, oh shit, I'm actually going to be able to do so. Ibogaine is going to give you that, bro.
I believe
when
it.
you're done here, that's going to be a lot more easier to understand, to be able to like actually feel motivated to make those changes. It's going to be a lot more of a possibility.
How am I going to be able to stop crying because of that? Like, seriously, dude, I'll be so grateful for just that.
Yeah.
Alone. Just the ability to go and attack life the way I should have. Yeah. Literally.
I like to say that when you're done with this, bro, and your brain chemistry is working the way it's supposed to, you got those pathways working to your advantage. You feel good, you feel joyful, you feel happy because of what ayahuasca also does to your brain, etc. And you're done with this program, bro. The effort that you put into it is how much of the gratification you're actually going to get in the end.
I've always looked at people that just accomplish crazy things and wondered how they did it.
It's the amount of effort is the amount of the result you're going to get, right?
Yeah, no, it makes sense.
Plain and simple, man.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. If you come out of this and you have put your effort into it, you only put certain effort. I want to change this, but I don't want to change that. I want to do this, but I still want to keep doing that. Then that's the result you're going to get.
Right.
Plain and simple. If you go at it with your all, and you put your all into it, the work, change, staying busy, taking care of myself, eating healthy, practicing spirituality again, strengthening that, staying close to loved ones, etc., bro. And you go at it with your all, full-on discipline, it will literally pay off that way. There was this patient, right? She came here for alcohol and antidepressants and anti-psych meds. She had already been sober for like 5 years, but she was still suffering depression, anxiety, so she's still going to therapists, taking medications, etc. So she looked for the alternative, found us. From another patient, actually. She got referred from another patient. And she comes here, bro, goes through the whole process, feels good when she goes home, but then she goes home and she's met with overwhelmment of like, oh shit, like now I have to actually take care of my kids. Oh shit, I feel kind of stressed because I need to get up in the morning, get their lunches ready, get them ready, and there's things that she wasn't doing for some time.
Yeah.
Because of her depression, because of her lack of motivation, right?
Yeah.
So she goes home, bro, and she has to deal with this change of like stressfulness again, and like the anxiety of like things happening, and then financial and this and that, right?
Sure. So
she calls me, bro, and we keep constantly texting and calling for like maybe 2-3 months, and I'm like, look, keep going. She's meal prepping because she works also. She's not just a stay-home mom, she works. So she's meal prepping, bro.
Got her kids in school.
She's at the same time she's taking care of her responsibility with her kids and her house, and at the same time she took on the task to even make like house improvements and stuff as part of that project of filling up her schedule.
Yeah.
So she's dealing with this stress, bro, and taking care of herself by exercise, eating healthy. She's dealing with this stress, bro. She's dealing with it, and she's going through it. And I keep telling her, like, you're doing good. Keep going. Keep pushing. Keep going. Keep pushing. You got this. 3 months later, bro, she calls me one day, and she even it's on Facebook, I think, and on Instagram. She puts puts this freaking post up, bro, where she's saying, she calls me, bro, and she tells me, bro, I feel overwhelmed. But usually, back in the day, I was overwhelmed with my depression and lack of motivation and overwhelmed with weakness of not being able to take on my life. I am now overwhelmed of joy.
Wow.
It finally paid in, bro.
Yeah.
All that effort, all that work after this process finally paid off.
Locked into those neural pathways.
Yes, sir. And she finally got to experience that. Happiness, joyfulness, the structure set down, the automated process of getting to work, getting up, all that finally settled in. So change is key, bro. And not just any change, full on change is key, right?
Yeah.
Rule number 7, like I said, no matter if it's an upper, if it's a downer, no matter if it's a sedative, it's a stimulant, no matter what the substance, bro, they all do one same thing, and that is to numb you. They all numb. Either something physical, emotional, psychological, mental, whatever you want, bro. They all numb.
Yeah.
So what happens when you're in active addiction, bro? You become used to not feeling. And to a certain extent, you become comfortable with that, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to feel. You don't want to deal with anything. I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to deal with that. You just want to be numb. So you get used to not feeling any type of discomfort, bro.
Mm.
So this rule is called learn to be comfortable with being uncomfortable.
It's a big one.
You got to get used to that again, bro. Life with addiction or without addiction, bro, like it or not, is meant to have stress, anxiety, losses, hurt, pain, some nights of insomnia, bro. All that is normal with or without addiction. You cannot go home from here thinking everything's gonna be rainbows and colors. Oh, I feel good when I left this place. I left here feeling really good, thinking that's how it's always gonna be.
Sure. Like I said, you got to do the hard things sometimes. And I hear podcasters talk about it that I listen to all the time. Being comfortable, uncomfortable, and I think that's super important. That's why I treat the sauna the way I do, and that's why I'm not listening to those thoughts now.
Mm-hmm. So it is your responsibility now to get used to feeling again, bro. Everything, good and bad.
I feel that.
Dealing with it, working through it, and moving on from it.
Sure.
Right?
Healthily.
Yes. Those are going to be part of your responsibilities when you're done here. So that's why it's also very important to take on that next year of no substances.
Yeah.
Because if you go home and you start numbing away right away, bro, you're never going to let your brain settle. You're never going to get to that point where you're used to feeling again.
Yeah. First and foremost, that's my responsibility selfishly, but it's also my responsibility for my kids.
Yes.
You know, like, what am I doing if I'm not doing that, if I'm a father?